Welcome to Relics Radio, your favorite weekly podcast dedicated to the metal detecting and treasure hunting community. Here are your hosts, Ken from Adventures in Dirt and Tony from 5280 Adventures.
Hey, Wednesday night Relics Radio. Welcome to Relics Radio. Good to see you. I'm DK with Adventures in Dirt. I'll be your host here tonight. I want to bring in my co-host. Him and I have been talking a lot about this show coming up. We've really been looking forward to it. Let me bring him in.
Cheers, brother.
5280 Adventures. Cheers, man. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Happy Wednesday.
Actually, I'm on the rebound. I spent the last 4 days in bed.
Yeah, you were telling me you were down.
So I still sound horrible, but man, something hit me. It was like the flu, body aches and fever and just horrible, right? And I finally go to the doctor. I went to urgent care.
Yeah.
He did a test for COVID and flu, and they're like, nope, you don't have anything. Like, okay, well.
You just got the crud.
Yeah, so they gave me some antibiotics in like 24 hours. I was like, oh, I was at least upright.
Yeah, one of those. So sometimes that happens, and when you start taking some of that stuff, you get to feeling so much better.
Yeah,
you realize how bad you were feeling. Like,
yeah,
wow,
I was down
pretty bad. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm glad you're back up.
I know. I didn't want to miss tonight's show. I didn't want to miss what's coming up this weekend with you and I. And man, there's just so much going on now. Our weather is like insane.
Yeah.
I mean, excluding we had some rain. Yeah, a little chilly yesterday, I think. We had some rain and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's no way to even describe it. It's like May weather.
Yeah.
In February and March. I mean, we just got into March and we're having May weather already. It's crazy.
Yeah, the rain was coming down yesterday. I actually called my wife. I'm like, excuse me. I go, honey, what's going on? I was all concerned. I was teasing her, and she goes, what? Are you okay? Because I was just driving to work. I'm like, there's some rain, real weird liquid on my windshield coming from the sky. Like, it seems like it had been years since I've seen even rain. And for Colorado, that's just unheard of. Everyone I talk to has been here their whole life saying they've never seen it like this, where there's just nothing, absolutely crazy. But we'll take it,
which is good. Well, we're gonna take some advantage of it. I can tell you that.
Feel guilty because we're going to take advantage of it, but we need the moisture really, really bad.
We really do. But you know what? We can only work with what we've got, right? I mean, I can't do a rain dance. I can't do a snow dance. So I'm just going to go metal detect. How's that?
That's what we're going to do. We're going to try and get out this weekend.
Yep. Actually going to a little presentation at the local historical museum, putting on a little show for us and or not just for us, but for the community. And so we're going to attend that on Saturday and then do some swinging on Sunday on a new permission that's pretty promising.
Yeah, excited.
Definitely doesn't look like anybody's been there.
Yeah. So that's always great, right? New permission, no one's been there, sort of virgin site.
You just don't know. Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get, right? It's almost that excitement again. We were talking about that with Brandon and Riley. Every time you get a permission, when someone says yes, that anxiety, the excitement, it all builds up. Like, what are we going to find? You just kind of have a clue. Has it been hit? Has it not? Did they clean it? Did they leave? What did they leave? Did they cherry? I mean, all those different things. Which. Yeah. It just makes our hobby just an absolute incredible thing to love, right? So
it's been hit at least once. We know our buddy was out there.
We do know that.
He's the one who got the permission. He went out and checked it out, and he was finding surface finds.
Yeah,
that were like.
Yeah. I don't think he swung very
much. I don't think he swung very much because he was finding a lot of surface finds that were like. Really...
He actually texted and said, "Guys, I feel so guilty for even pulling out an Indian head because I know there's so much stuff here." Like, no, it's fine.
No.
Fine. We'll go clean out the rest of them for him, right?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. I know I'm limping around these days, but I got to have a knee replacement surgery, a full knee replacement surgery. That's probably coming up in a few weeks. I haven't scheduled the date yet, but so until then, I think somebody told me it's kind of like a rental car now. It's like Yeah, I got to get out and just use it up and, tear it up a bit. And then I'm just going to turn it in a few weeks. I may as well use it before I lose it.
When I was working law enforcement, they would tell you, hey, drive it like you stole it, man. That gives you an idea of what you're going to be doing to that knee, right? It's not yours anymore. So
as long as I can make it out of the field, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm not carrying you out, so you better figure that out yourself. Ask the doctor. This is what I want you to ask the doctor. Can you keep the knee?
Just put it in a jar for me or something.
Yeah, put it in a jar. Do something. I don't know. We'll throw it in the ground. We'll bury. We'll put it in YouTube channel. Put it in a box with mealworms, and let the mealworms eat all of the cartilage and people watch that stuff.
Put a time-lapse camera on it.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
See, got your first 1 million views right there.
There you go. I'll think about it. Quick hi to some people in the chat, and we got to get to Steve because we have a lot to talk to him about. Let me see who we got. I'll start at the bottom. You want to start at the top and say hi to 5 Mile Relic Hunter. Larry, good to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Bill Hayes, howdy.
Hey, Bree's joining us. Bree, welcome. Hey, tune in next week. Bree's coming on with us next week, next Wednesday. Going to talk some good stuff. Can't wait to have her on.
Yeah. Lots of good discussions going on right there.
Yep.
Ryan says, hey, Bill H.
Yep. Scotty Coppers. Good to see you.
Gary Hulls saying good evening to us all.
Yep. Troy the Guy. How you doing? Good to see you.
Hey. Copper Joe.
Hello.
Bill Hayes, you've been out digging. Ground is still frozen in Wisconsin. Digging soon. So good luck to Joe coming up here pretty soon.
Yep. See, Tin Man said both knees rebuilt. It's not that bad. 3 to 4 weeks. You'll be back out. It's those 3 to 4 weeks though, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
I think I'm going to join the both club within the next couple of years.
Gotcha.
Yep. Bob Ross. Yeah, I'm actually letting you do yours first because, everybody I talk to is like, oh, no, it's not that bad. I want to get an honest opinion. I know you tell me honestly what it's like.
North Shore Relic. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been watching videos on it and talking to my friends. I talked to you because you've had some repairs. My brother's had full rebuilt. And I've been paying attention only to the videos that look like they're from real people. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Not just sort of people reporting on the issue, but people that have gone through it or even videotape. I ran across these RVers, they're YouTubers, but they do RVing and they did an offshoot because the husband was going through knee replacement surgery. So that was pretty cool because good and bad, they were filming it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You get the whole really story.
Representation. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Norm Peterson, welcome on. Thanks for coming with us.
What's up, Norm? Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to Relics Radio Wednesday night here. I'm in northern Colorado. Tony's down in southern Colorado, having some great weather. Hope you are where you're at too. Hope you can get out. Make sure you let me know in the chat what you've been finding lately or the areas you've been hunting. No GPS coordinates, but you know what I mean. You've been hitting fields. You've been hitting the woods. You out at the beach. Ooh. We're going to talk about it all tonight. Beach. That's a good segue. Let's bring in our guests. Let's bring Gigmaster in. Can't wait to talk to him. Let's bring him in. There he is.
Hey guys, how you doing? Are we having fun yet?
Oh man,
cheers
much.
To you, buddy.
Looking forward to talking to you for a while. I know you and I've been talking this week about you coming on. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I know where we will start, but how have you been, Stephen?
I've been doing great, man. Getting out on the beach a little bit more now. Man, that cold has been killing us, man. I tell you, snow and ice, but we had a 70-degree day today. Can you believe it?
Wow.
It's coming. The summer is coming. I can't wait.
Is that what it felt like today? You're like, it's coming. I can just feel it.
You know it, man.
Well, how'd you do at the beach today? I asked you earlier, but
now we're on here. I had a little, I jump around a lot trying to find that heavy target area. And my last beach I hit a good little bowl. It was like a bowl with had to eat out on the edge of it. And I couldn't hardly take a step without getting that target. 16 sinkers, $2 or $3 in clad, a bunch of other trash, of course, bottle tops and caps. But I got one silver ring. I did get one silver ring right there. It's got the faces like the movie faces on it, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Sterling silver.
Oh, cool.
But
very nice.
I'll take that right there.
Yeah, the theater
a band,
Yeah. Theater faces type.
A little kind of cool.
Yeah, it's unique. I like it when they're unique like that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you about digging. Let me ask you about digging beaches. Like, are you a cut digger? Do you dig the cut? Are you looking for holes? Are you going into the surf? What are you doing?
I do it all. Definitely cut. We had one cut a few years ago. It was over my head where the waves would just come and chop the whole beach down over 6 feet tall. You know, wow. You like that because what happens is kind of like a gold sluice. It washes the sand all out, but leaves the heavy stuff right there, you know. So, and you want those cuts. The bowls, the same thing, and that's what we had today. We had kind of eat out enough, but it leaves that heavy material because the sand, you know, goes away. The light sand goes away, but the heavy material stays. So look for that. I like getting in the water. People lose a lot of jewelry in the water.
Yeah.
You know, to put the suntan lotion, get in the water, and it gets wet and gone. You know, so the water. I hunt with water a lot. So,
now, are those rings ever in the walls of the cut, or are they always down on the flat?
Most of the time it's on the flat, but they certainly could be in there. But you know, square inch you covering and all, you're better off on the ground.
Yeah.
Because it's got down there, it didn't move. Got there, it didn't move. Got there, it didn't move. Where it's got to take it out of that sand, and it might be a long distance in there before it gets down there. It collects in one spot. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't hunted too many beaches. Have you, Tony?
No. I think beach, you know, I'm never near an ocean. So when I say beach, I'm talking about lakes. You know, I've been swimming beaches. You know, we've got reservoirs out here in Colorado that people love, and they swarm to those beaches. So, you know, like beach hunting. Yeah, we've been doing some beach hunting here. I did it in Ohio, but, you know, nothing like an ocean type environment. You know, obviously never an opportunity to come up with something old. You know, I don't know which coast you're on of the areas that you hunt down in Florida, but you know, I haven't found anything like old like that. You know, just looking for silver and gold when you go to those beach spots. Have you ever hunted
any of the lakes around there that people swim in? Because lakes can be good, man.
They can. You know,
they can, but they're well hit though. They're all well hit around there.
We're not the first ones to think of that, right?
We're not.
No, unfortunately not.
No, but sometimes they drain those lakes, Stephen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's great.
That's great.
Except you find out here, you find a lot of shotgun head stamps in those areas because people are out there in the boats shooting ducks. I mean, I've heard. I don't know why they would want to do that, but
right. But yeah, swim beaches is about the most we get to. Yeah. I haven't done too well with it, mainly because, like I said, people are hitting them ahead of me.
Yeah,
I got
you.
I know a lot of people do really well, and actually like the creeks that a lot of the college kids swim in.
Right.
Like in Boulder Creek, Buda River, and stuff like that. Yep. We have a lot of concentration of summer kids, kind of rafting and drinking and doing all that stuff.
Drinking.
They're dropping a lot
of stuff. Happens when that occurs.
Yeah,
good stuff for us.
Yeah, you just got the current to worry about then. So what part Tony mentioned? Are you on the ocean side or are you on the Gulf side in Florida?
Me, I'm a Chesapeake Bay. I'm on the bay side.
Oh, on the bay side. Okay.
And the ocean front. I got both of them right there. You got the bay and then you got the ocean. So you got beaches along everything in there.
That's right.
So it's a lot of different beaches around. Sometimes one's better than the other. Right now, I tell you, I think along the whole East Coast, all the storms we've had has brought sand in and just covered the beaches up and down the coast. It's crazy how much sand's been added on our beach. I can see places where 4 and 5 feet of sand have come in. So it's a little challenging. You got to find that little cut, or you got to find a special place to hit. You know.
Yeah, I bet searching. Now but you do a lot. I've been watching your videos for so long, Tony. We're gonna put his links up in the chat.
That.
And you know, you go inland too. You go digging for bottles. You go diving. You go.
Yeah.
I mean, you're Mr. Adventure. Like if it's adventure, you're looking for it.
Yeah, I started off with I retired in 2011, but after a couple of years, I got in with Aqua Chigger. You know, I thought I'm gonna get into metal detecting, so I got up with him, and we ended up getting together. I had a boat. We run around and snooper dove with my boat some, and found all kinds of Civil War cannonballs, bullets, buttons, all kinds of stuff. And then he took me up to his area up Maryland in kayaks. You know, we take kayaks up and down Rappahannock, Rapidan. I mean, all the different streams and rivers up there, and it did real good up there. So I kind of started out, but then I kind of started going to the beaches. I don't know, just 30 minutes away. We had to drive 3 hours to put my kayak in, and I think for a long day, 6 hours driving and hunting for 6 hours, whatever, So the beach is easy. I can run down there if I want to stay a couple hours, whatever, come home, go back, So
that's
true. And gold pays better than a lot of things.
Gold, yeah.
Price of gold is still just driving, isn't it?
Man, so I enjoy the beach hunt. I enjoy returning rings. That I'm on the ring finder site. I'm one of the ring finders for my whole area here. So and I really enjoy that too. So
yeah, let's talk about that for a second. We'll go ahead and jump into that since you brought it up. How long you been a ring finder? How long has that been now?
About 5 years, six years, maybe something like that. Other people have asked me, I may have done full, but I actually joined the ring finders back probably about 6 years ago.
And, I'm gonna share some pictures here, just some of the images you had of some of the ring returns.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ask you if you have any memorable ones. But let's just start right here. I mean, look at all them smiling faces right there, Steve.
That's awesome.
That's
Every
so
year
awesome.
I do that and try to, just do a little picture of everybody I saved, found rings for, found hundreds of rings and jewelry and all kind of things that people lose.
Man.
And I tell you, every smile, it really hits you in the heart. Just some of these people have lost heirloom rings, like grandmother's rings, their mother's rings. A lot of them are really sentimental to people.
Wow.
I tell you, it's heartwarming to get them back to them and see the expressions on their face and all, and watch it. So
no better feeling in the world, I bet. Like you're just making their day. It's fun for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I like is the progression of from 22, I think is when it started, but not as many. Then it grows and there's more, and the pictures get smaller. But I mean, just more and more people every time. I mean, some people have one opportunity in their life to do something like that, and that incredible experience. And look at this. I mean, do you know what's the total number of ring returns that you've completed?
I don't know off the top of my head, over 100. I know, but
that's incredible.
Every one of them is fun though. I enjoy every one of them.
That's great.
Yeah. Now,
that's so great.
One thing in particular I did want to kind of focus on and ask you a lot of questions about is this one? Is this one right here, man?
Right there.
Now, look at that chain. Are you kidding me? Look at that chain. Tell us the story behind this. What's going on with that chain?
Actually, this chain was given to this guy by Allen Iverson, old basketball player there, and he's one of his best friends. He came right here from Hampton over here, and the guy was out in the water doing a flip with his chain on, and lost it. And he Googled or whatever and found me, called me up, said, "Can you help me find it?" And I went over there and found it for him, and he was one happy guy. I tell you that.
Yeah, I bet.
He sent me back then when he had got it. Alan gave me an appraisal. It was like $14,000, I think. But that was like 20 years ago, probably. So it's probably $40,000 chain now. So, that's had 4 carats of diamonds, really thick, heavy gold.
Wow.
So
that's incredible.
That'd make your day when you got it, and make your ruin your day when you lose it, and make your day when you find it. My gosh.
For sure.
Incredible.
The lady right beside, if you look over to the left right there, that lady right there, right there, that's a over $20,000 diamond right there. That she called me up and asked to come find it. And I actually had found it before she came. And I called her, y'all might want to come down here, and I usually don't tell people when I found it yet, So sometimes I'll just say, "Can you come show me exactly where you lost it at?" And they'll come down. Then I'll say, "Is this it right here?"
Yeah.
I always do my videos like that to kind of
look at that thing
with
wow,
another one.
I find it for
that's gorgeous.
Yeah,
and they just go bazonker sometime, when they see it,
I bet. I mean, they think it's gone. Their world is shattered, and
sure, you're the last hope that they have.
Yeah.
I have on my YouTube channel. I got a playlist called "Return to Owner." I think it's got over 100 videos of just those right there.
Oh, awesome.
That's incredible.
They might want to see them. They could just hit return to a playlist called Return to Owner and see them all.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with Steven's Gigmaster YouTube channel, we have all the links to that and his other social media down in the description. We're going to be throwing it in the chat. If you're listening on the audio replay later, just go down the description of the podcast and you'll be able to find your way over there and check out all of his stuff. Years and years of just amazing content that I've been watching. I've been a fan since I got into YouTube back in 2016. Just loved it. Just great, consistent content. Let me ask you this about ring returns. If you had to give me a percentage, what percentage of the time have you been contacted versus flagged down at the beach when they see this metal detectors walking down there?
I'm just off the top of my head, probably 70%. You know, they contact me, and a few percent, you know, people. I detected a gold bracelet with charms on it, seashell charms on it. I picked it up out of the water. And I was just holding it, doing my little video. You know, here I found this, and the guy right there said, "That's my wife's."
Did he really?
You know, and a lot of times you wonder about that. You know, because someone,
absolutely,
that's mine. You know, but I actually, you know, went up. I said, "Okay, hold on." So I went up and asked her, and she actually had a picture of it with her, and she said, "I did lose it." You know, I always try to check that because you gotta watch watch that a little bit. But yeah, it was hers right there. So sometimes my point here I'm getting at is sometimes I find it right on the beach. I had another guy, he was sitting on the thing. I picked it up, found the ring. I was doing the video. He said, "That's mine."
Yeah.
You know, some people do it just joking, but this guy said, "No, it really is."
Yeah.
And his wife was coming down, and I said, "Hold on a second." So I asked his wife, "Yeah, he just lost it yesterday." Oh, there it is. It was his. It's right beside where he was at the day before.
Oh.
But probably another 10%, I hunt people down. You know, they'll have like a graduation and her name inside, and I'll hunt them down. I had one. I found the girl. She lived in Nashville, Tennessee. She lost it at Virginia Beach, where I found it 17 years ago. I couldn't believe it. She sent me a nice video, you know, thanking me for it. But she had lost it 17 years ago at the beach right there.
Gone forever. I'm sure she just had written it off.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No question. So I do hunt a lot of people down. I found another one was an interesting story. It was a 1 carat diamond. It was a very expensive ring. And I looked at it and didn't have a name in it, but I put it under a microscope. And as y'all might know, you know, they put GIA certification numbers on the edge of the diamond. You can't see it unless you look at it under a microscope. And it actually had the numbers to the diamond. So 1 carat diamond. That still doesn't help because GIA doesn't keep track of who they sell the diamond. They sell it to a jewelry store sells it. But it had the name of a jewelry store inside. Diamond Direct or whatever it was, you know.
Sure.
And I looked on the phone and I found one right here in Virginia Beach with that name. I said, so I called them up. I asked them, I said, I found a diamond. It's got GIA certification number, and I don't know if y'all sold it out, but it's got your name on it. If I give it to you, can you find the owner that bought it? He said, give me a couple hours. And he called me back in about 2 hours and said, I found her.
Wow.
And she was the one that had lost it. And I got that back to her. She was a captain in the Navy. And so helping the military too. So I like that too.
Amen.
So,
Holy
it gets interesting stories, finding a lot of them and getting it back to people and all, you know.
That's
I got to tell you,
my favorite part of the hobby is hearing stories like that. Dog tag, you know, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I got to tell you, since I, you know, got into treasure hunting and metal detecting, those kind of different things. And, you know, I watch a lot of videos and my wife peeks in. She's not truly interested in what we're watching and stuff, but she understands, like, you know, you go to the beach, you go to the pool, you do yard work, you know, from all these ring returns. She's taking her ring off and she's got the little silicone ring on. She will not wear it out of the house. So she's going to do anything that could jeopardize that ring coming off. Like she just because she's been around it so much, like all my friends and channels and that I watch and things like, she just knows now. So I'm very happy about that. Hopefully, you know, I don't have to call you to have you come out to Colorado and find a ring. Sorry, maybe you want to come out and visit, but you know, that'd be fine. Just not to find her ring is what I'm hoping.
We'll find
Sometimes they get the calls where they're like, hey, I lost my ring in my hotel room.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Can you come help me search it? I was like, well, and I'm not going to do anything more. Did you?
Yeah, and she said, you know, about looking for, she had lost it a year ago, I think it was. And I said, well, tell me where you lost it at. And I'll still go look for it. I don't care how long ago, especially if it's in a special spot that everybody hadn't hit. And but she said lost it at a restaurant. in a park lot over a year ago. So you get those that are 1%, less than that you're gonna go find it. But I still go sometime, and I'll go help try to find, look around. But you get a lot of those lost in my house somewhere.
Right.
Our good friend Jeff Lubert here. He's one of the best ring finders here in the Denver area. He is Mr. Ring Finder.
Yeah.
And he goes a lot up to the mountains because up at the ski resorts, there's a lot of rings being lost up on those ski resorts. And he'll make the trip all the way up there, and go down some snowy path where they dropped it in the snow. And he finds them, man. He finds them. It's always amazing, a good story. It is amazing.
Take off their gloves, to get some hot chocolate or something. The ring's gone.
Speaking of that glove, I had another one that called me, said they were out sledding and had the glove shot. I took my glove off right in this area here. So it's still snow everywhere, ice and all. I said, okay. So I hunted up and down all these streets and everything. You got to kind of be a detective when you're looking for rings. So I started asking, well, what'd you do before you got there? Well, we're out on the back porch playing around, blah, blah, blah. So I looked at that. I said, you're taking pictures of video. And pictures and videos really help you a lot sometimes on ring finds. I at the beach, I said, did you take any pictures? And he, oh yeah, I took this one. And I can sit here and line up the poles, the houses, the windows. And I did that one time and stood in, beep, beep. It was right there. You know what I mean? But anyway, she had taken a video, and so it showed her taking her glove off. But she took the glove off the other hand. So I said, it didn't come off. It took off. That's the wrong hand. It's not it. So what else did you do? So it kept going back. She says, well, I went in my closet, got my gloves and all out of the closet. Then anyway, I won't get the whole story, but anyway, I analyzed the point. It was in her closet. I said she was in there. So I told her husband, I said, it's in her closet. Go look for it. Oh, I looked and it's not in there. He really hadn't. So he calls about 2 hours later. He says, you're right. It was in the closet. I lied to you. I didn't remember.
Oh man!
After I had searched the street, snow everywhere, I analyzed the point. It was in his closet.
Wow.
All right, strange question on the returns, and we can move on. But the last strange question I got for you: have you ever detected a dog or a kid that had possibly swallowed those rings?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I have not. hadn't gone on the person and tried to see if I can find it. I don't think I could get it out either.
No. But
I've heard of that on
to
dogs.
know. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, dogs.
They're going over the dog, and he's like, "Yep, it's in there. Comes up as gold. I know it's in there."
And even their little 1.5, 2-year-old, they were like, I think Jeff was on a hunt where they thought it was the dog, and then the little kid was right there, and Jeff's like, and she said, he may have. And so Jeff did a quick little scan real quick,
Oh man,
it's so funny. Not that he could do anything about it, but
right.
So hey, recently on your YouTube channel, I've been watching you recently, as a matter of fact. Looks like you went out and you got the Legend 2.
I did.
Now you were a triple score user, and what'd you use before that?
I started with the Legend, then I went to the triple score, and I really love the triple score, and I still like the triple score. Is a great machine, and it's I think under $500. I mean, the price you can't beat it. And I've been hunting right beside it, everybody with every other machine out there for the last 2 years, with triple score, and done really well with it. All the returns you see in 25, they were all triple score finds. So it's done really well, but they came out with the Legend. I said, I got to get it. Nocta, I really like Nocta. They make a solid machine. I've had a bunch of other machines. We won't get into all that today, but I've tried them all. And I just, the quality, and they don't leak. Noctas do not leak like some of them. Other ones do. And I'm in the water so much, I gotta have one I can trust in the water.
Strong one.
That's a deal breaker for me. If it's any possibility it's gonna leak, it's a deal breaker. So anyway, I got that Legend 2, and I've been learning on it, and I'm getting it tweaked out, man. I'm getting to the point, I can really do really good with it now. It took me a little bit of time. I had to change a couple of things that I was used to on the other one, but I'm just about there.
Great. I'm sure with the terrain you normally search that beach area, like right out of the box, it needed to be tweaked, I would think, right? Straight out of the box for beach.
Well, it's got a beach mode. You can click that and go for it. The one issue I had was I wasn't used to is the sensitivity. On that machine, I had to drop the sensitivity down in the water. With a triple score, I normally don't, but I think this machine like it's running hotter. You know, I get when they program this machine, they can put it in any scale. You know, if you put it down here, you don't have to do anything. But if you put it up here, you got to tweak it into on the sensitivity side. I run the sensitivity now I got to figure out about 18 in the water and about 24 on the beach. And I use a multi-wet on the frequency side of it. But and there's a couple other features I'm working on trying to see what's the best on it, you know. So I'm kind of working on that, but I haven't quite got to it. Well, I'll put a video out telling all my settings I'm using once I get to that point. But not quite there yet, but I'm getting close.
You've had some good videos though about teaching about the Legend 2 and different settings and things like that. Great videos. So if you guys are thinking about getting the Legend 2, or if you just picked it up, and go over to Gigmaster's YouTube channel and watch those videos, because you know you're going to get great tutorials, and then more to come then as well, which is fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a couple scheduled to come out here this coming week. So
especially when you're on the beach. Now, have you gone underwater with it? Have you dove with it at all
I
yet?
have not. It's too cold for me to go in the water right now. I'm not going to get wet in the water. I'm wearing my waders right now. You know, I'll get in a wetsuit coming up, you know, in another month or two. But I don't like the cold water, man.
Yeah.
It's 40 degrees right now. I water around here. But waders don't bother me, you know, and I do fine with those. I got long underwear on, so that's got insulated there and all. So I'm good with that. But I will in the summer though. I'll be going underwater with it then. So, I think this was good for 16 feet. I think I got a snuba rig on my boat, and I just put the thing in my mouth, put a weight belt on, and go down. You know. And
what do you have? Is it like a
diving rig, but it's a snuba. So I got a gas and electric one. And you just hook it to your mouth and just dive in the water. You know.
Oh, okay.
And, I did that one time at a Civil War camp. I had it set up there. We dug all kind of cannonballs and everything underwater, you know, down up there. At the time, it was down up to probably about 15 to 20 feet, which I don't like going that deep with it, really. But I had a Excalibur back then while I was using. But that's been a few years ago. That's me, and that video's all out there. Me and Aqua Chigger. He pulled up, I think, 50 bullets, 2 U.S. plates, a couple cannonballs. I was digging some cannonballs and
That's
stuff.
a sight.
That's a great sight. Sounds like an excellent sight.
It was fun. I had a good time with that. We hunted that for a long time.
Wow. So we were talking before the show started about vacations, and I've seen some videos of you going on some cruises and stuff, and you guys travel a lot and stuff. What would you say, if you can talk about it? If you can't, don't worry about it. But what would you say was your best find at a foreign beach? Like, does one stand out to you?
Well, I did dig one pretty good sized diamond at one of the beaches, and it was a nice one. It was a real nice one.
Yeah.
I didn't stand up in the middle of the beach and say, "Hey, anybody listen?"
Right. I was gonna say probably weren't looking, or made it pretty difficult to do a return on that one.
Yeah.
With the amount of foreigners and tourists that frequented that area. So could have come from anywhere.
Yeah. That's a tough one there to try to do that with that one. Unless it had a name in it. If it had a name in it, I probably could hunt them down. But other than that, it's tough. Sometimes ones like that, you know, if you I return, like I said, I hunt people down, like I was talking earlier, how I did that one ring I called a jewelry store and found it. But it gets to a point that you can't just run an ad on Lost and Found. Say, I found a gold ring. Did anybody lose one? Everybody's lost one. You know, how you gonna know which one?
You'll be very popular then.
I mean, it gets to, there's a line there you can't cross where, you know.
Sure.
I go to extremes to find people. That one video with a girl, I sent it to her out in Nashville, that one I was talking about. That particular video, I returned 3 rings I found that had names in it that I had hunted people down in that one video. So, I mean, I go to extremes to find people, but there is a line there that you can't, you know, you just can't cross. Put it out on a social media. Hey, anybody lose a gold ring? Everybody lost a gold ring.
I remember, just real quick. I remember an incident I was involved in where a friend of mine, another YouTuber, you know, I know a lot of YouTubers, you know, in this metal detecting thing. So he's on the East Coast, and he found a World War I dog tag, one of the old round ones. Okay, had a name on it. he knows I'm into genealogy research a lot. So I found an existing great grandson and was able to contact him through ancestry.com and said, hey, I have a friend. He found your great grandfather's World War I dog tag. He wants to return it to you. Can I exchange emails with you and put you two in touch with each other? And you could tell he was kind of leery because who was this guy coming out of nowhere saying this? Long story short, they got through it all. He returned it to him. And the gentleman messaged me back and he said, you know, Ken, this has rocked our family. All of my brothers, all of us are military, and we knew nothing about our great grandfather's military service too much, just that he was in World War I. But this has sparked conversation and visits from family members all over this darn little World War I dog tag. And he said, I can't thank you enough. Then I started getting emails from other distant family members that were involved in that coming together and said, hi, I'm the cousin of so-and-so. I just had to message you and tell you how thankful the family is.
No kidding.
Yeah. Now, isn't that like,
that's pretty cool. See what that so little thing you did, how much,
Yep.
You know, how much it created with all that whole family and all. It's just amazing.
Yeah. So amazing. Yeah. And I didn't even find the darn thing, you know, I was helping him out to get, but the fact that we can all facilitate that. Yeah. And the fact that you go through your extremes to find these people, it's the most beautiful part of the hobby as far as I'm concerned, because awesome. It touches people for sure. So you're going to hang with that Legend 2 for a little while.
Yep, until they come out with another one.
Are you getting the Legend 43?
Legend 3.
I'll see it on Gigmaster on YouTube.
Have you got
before we get off the vacation?
Hold
on real quick. Before we get off the vacation topic, Norm Peterson asked, do cruise ships let you take your metal detector on board?
The one Carnival does, but there are cruise ships that don't. I think Disney does not allow metal detectors on their ship. One of my friends would say, I'm going in, tell me how to pack it. He told me the cruise line is going. I said, you can't take it on that cruise line. So some of them do not allow them.
Okay.
I have never had a problem with Carnival. I carry it every time. When the boats take us to shore, when they're not docked, I carry it on the boat going to shore. You know, they see me set it all up. I never had an issue with them on anywhere I went. The only place I had a question was Bermuda. I think they didn't want me. They said you can't detect on the land here. You got to get a permit.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you, like, how do you go about knowing if you place you're going? Like, we're going to Southern Caribbean next. How do I find out the places we're going to visit would allow metal detecting or not?
I would Google it for one, and most of the time in the Caribbean down there, you're good to go as far as I've seen, and except you can't go to private hotel. You'd have to ask there, but as long as it's public, I think most of them are, but you need to check. But I thought Bermuda should be, but they're not. You gotta actually go into town, get a permit, pay for it, and all kind of stuff. But when you're on a cruise, a lot of times you don't have time to go do all that, you know. And I didn't see where you could do it through the mail, so that kind of kills that destination. I probably wouldn't take one there, but most time down in the Bahamas, down in there in the Caribbean, you're usually pretty good down there. I hadn't had any issues down there.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll do it. Past couple of cruises I've gone, I've left it behind. My wife's like, well, we're going to be so busy, you know, just leave it behind. And we stayed a couple of days at South Beach, and I was going to bring it and kind of reach out to some friends of mine, and we ended up not doing it. So here I was, the metal detectors out there on that beautiful beach, wondering if I could do it. And then I saw metal detectors. So of course I had to go running up to him and introduce myself and hear his story, you know. And he's like, I got an extra one in the car. You wanted me to go get it? And I said, nah, I didn't though. I was, you know, my wife and I, honey, okay, I won't. We'll spend some time together. So funny. A lot of fun.
Man.
How's some people going? You got questions? Make sure you're dropping questions in the chat so we can pick up on them. I've been seeing a lot of great comments. People having fun with this topic. We appreciate
a lot of questions about that. Can you take it with you and those kind of things? So
sure.
Strong information from Gig there for sure. You know, each one is its own way of dealing with it for sure.
Yep.
I know the next thing I want to talk about. I've been itching to talk about this. One of the things that really sparked a big interest in a video that I saw on social media was you do a lot of like I don't know if it's considered smelting or forging or melting of metals. And the one that I really liked was about the ant colony and pouring something in there to get a form. Tell us a little bit about that. Fire ant art. There you go. Give us a hashtag fire ant art in the chat.
Fire ant
art. Great one.
Yep, I saw it at some point in time. I said, I'm gonna try that. So I ended up Googling how to build a kiln. So I built the kiln out of a trash can, and you had to buy some insulating material and all. And I won't get into all the details on it with the burners, and I had to make my own crucibles to melt it in there. And I bought some pipe and had a weld a plate on the bottom of this crucible I made to melt it in. And then I designed and built a thing that could lift it up with the port. But anyway, yeah, you get that, run it up in there, get it super hot, and then you pour it down into a fire ant hole. And then what I usually try, I take a vacuum normally, I kind of vacuum the top out, because what I want to try to do is create, there you go, is create like a little place where it'll make like a base if you can. Yeah. And then you pour it in and you see it boiling. And then you got to wait a little while. It thing stays hot for a little while. You got to wait just a little bit before you take it out.
Well, all that ground's insulated, keeping that heat in there.
Yes.
It takes probably a while to really cool off enough.
Yeah, I would. You see, I got the gloves on. That's probably still pretty hot right there.
Yeah, it looks like it's steaming.
And you try to get down far because it'll kind of run down into the pieces and make little runoffs from some of that stuff. But
this is my favorite part right here.
You go wash all the dirt out of it, of course. But it's amazing how they've gone in and made all those tunnels in there like that and all.
Oh my gosh!
And look at that.
And it makes some really pretty sculptures right there, And I think
that is amazing.
A dozen of them that day like that.
Look at that.
Yeah, pause it. Oh, right there. Look at that. Like people have no idea that's going on under the ground in these fire ant holes. Just how intricate.
That is incredible. That's custom base, obviously. So you do your own woodworking there with routing the sides and to the size of it as well. You what?
I had a friend help me with the router on.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful. And it's always a surprise, right? You're probably always so excited to see what that looks like after you wash all that off.
You never know. I mean, it could have gone down and little thing and be nothing, kind of a dud, And then the next one might be good. You don't know what you're gonna get. Like you say, it's like a metal detector. You never know what
Never know what you're gonna get.
You never know what you're gonna get. And sometimes they're beautiful, sometimes they're just a little small, sometimes they're big,
Yeah.
But they're pretty cool though. I do like making those.
I love watching you spray them off like that. I don't know
that reveal.
Kind of a big reveal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something very visceral about it. You know what I mean? Like you're seeing that thing reveal. Just it's this visual excitement that you see when it comes to it. And then the final product is just amazing.
They come out pretty silver looking, but I usually mist them with some chrome paint just to kind of give them that little better, because you get little pits in them and little discoloration sometimes. It's still not bad, but I still like to kind of give them that nice bright look to them,
Now, is that one crucible of material right there? You think that, or did you have to fill that hole a few times?
No, that's one. Yep.
Wow.
I made the crucible pretty big. I got a couple different sizes I made, but that one's pretty good weight in that thing when you lift it up. When I'm carrying that liquid metal across the field, it's a little shaky, a little scary. You don't want to trip and fall on liquid metal.
No.
Anytime you get liquid metal, you got to be really, really careful and move slow.
That is a lot of silver to throw down there. Now, what kind of metal did you actually? Aluminum, yeah.
Yeah, if that was silver, that'd be a ton of money right there.
I was thinking you're just rolling through it,
Yeah.
All that silver.
All that silver. Just
aluminum, just because it's readily available, relatively lighter weight, of course.
Yeah.
Lower melting temperature.
Yeah.
Have you tried any other metals like bronze?
No, I have never. That's up in the.
Could you imagine trying to pull that bronze out of there? Holy cow!
In the lower end, it's hot enough as it is, brother.
Yeah.
That stuff, it's dangerous. Liquid metal is dangerous.
I was going to say, have you had any close calls with that?
I did. I was pouring it one time, and you probably don't have that video on there, but
I don't.
But anyway, it exploded, and it blew up through liquid metal everywhere, and it got all over me. Actually, it burned I had a face shield, a leather apron on, but it got right here and hit my ear and caught my little hair on fire here and kind of burned my ear just a little bit. but it ruined my camera. I had a camera down, they just covered it with liquid aluminum, and I had it all over my leather apron and all over.
Wow.
But it was scary because it literally exploded like a bomb, like like a shell going off. And only two things that could have caused that. And one, if a hunter dropped a shotgun shell or something down in the ground and got covered up, now and poured liquid aluminum on it, it's gonna shoot that shell off.
Powder. Yeah.
No question, that powder's going. The other thing is, if there's moisture inside the hole, it could actually cause a steam explosion. But it sounded more like a bomb, more like steam. But it could kind of be the same thing at the time. But steam is bad. Water and liquid metal don't mix.
Yeah,
it instantly turns any kind of liquid. If it's a little bit there now, y'all got the other video of me pouring it into a ice and water, and that's okay because it can disperse that much heat into the water and the ice. It doesn't explode. And if you pour it in there with about this much water, it could potentially turn to steam and explode and throw it everywhere.
Sure.
But as long as you got enough of the BTU to be dissipated into the surrounding, you're okay.
Do you have that video pulled, Tony?
Yeah, let's watch that video real quick. So kind of give us a preview or a preface here. What exactly do you have going on that you're pouring into?
Well, I was doing the fire ant art, and I like doing those, but I said, it's got to be a better way, a safer way. So I said, let me try pouring it into water and ice to see if I can make a similar structure like the fire ants. And I just want to see how it turned out. So I think I was probably the first one to ever do this, pour this liquid aluminum inside water and ice. I knew it would run down by the ice and harden, so I figured it would create some kind of structure, but I wasn't sure. So anyway, it's let's see, you see it come out. It's close, but it's not a fire ant heart, but it's
no.
But it is kind of cool. I mean, it does make a kind of neat structure.
Very unique structures too.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
It did work. My idea worked, and I tried different things. I tried using round ice, square ice. I tried all different kind of ice to see if it would create a little different. And it does a little bit. It's just not fire ant.
It's just not fire ants.
But it's safe. And I can do that all day long, and do it right in the backyard all day. But the fire ant, you got to go hunt those down. You got to get down. It's a little more dangerous. You're doing it in the field survey. You don't know what's in the field. It could literally have, this is in a Civil War zone, it could literally have a Civil War shell down there potentially,
Oh,
well, that's what I wanted to jump to. So I'm going to show you another video. This is back when I was watching you earlier in your career here, and it used to just drive me crazy to watch you do this. And I know you're going to have an explanation for me, but let's watch this thing go, because so let's explain what I'm looking at here. Gig's got a cannonball in his hand. I don't know if it's a shell or a cannonball, but you're going to be hitting it with a hammer.
You like that?
Now that just gives me nerves.
Sure.
A lot of people do that, but it's in the water, and you're not going to cause a spark. Of course, the stuff's inside sealed, so knocking the stuff off, the concretion off the outside. It's pretty safe doing that,
That's just a frag there.
That's probably frag. But I do cannonballs like that too. I've done them.
I've seen you do cannonballs. It's like, man, oh man. Did people give you a lot of bad time about that when you used to release those videos?
Sometimes they do, yeah.
Oh man.
To get them drilled out, I used to take them up to a guy in Richmond. I think it's Pete George, I think it was, but he would sit there and drill them right on his front porch. He'd take a drill, but he'd been doing it for years and years, and he had a special way he did it and all, but he'd do it right on his front porch, drill a hole right in it, and then go in there and take a little thing and stick it and wash the powder out of it, And it's amazing that I'd back up when he was drilling.
Yeah. I don't remember who we were,
last Wednesday.
Do you remember? Somebody, that was hilarious.
Yeah, Relic Riley.
Give us a brief on that, and I got another question for you.
Oh, Relic Riley. It was he said he was like 19, He found some kind of shell with a wooden sabot in it, a wooden fuse, and he was drilling it out through the fuse, and all of a sudden, all this black liquid sludge started shooting out all over the place. all over the kitchen, all over
He's
his
in the
mom's
kitchen.
Oh my God.
yeah. And he's just, he just ran away from it and just made this huge mess and stuff. And
Did it catch on fire or was it just the pressure?
No,
it didn't.
it was the pressure, and it was like full of water, and something it expanded, and just everything. He's in the kitchen, and the first thing I remember this little video, he goes, the first thing I thought of was, my mom's gonna kill me.
He just destroyed the kitchen. Thankfully, he didn't destroy more than that. But yeah.
Ken, did we have somebody on, or were we talking with somebody who used to drill out shells? And what I remember is maybe I was watching somebody, and they had like this shack that was a couple hundred yards away from the house, and a drill press inside this little shack.
Yes.
And it had a rope attached to the handle. That you wind the handle down, and it brings the drill down, and that's how he would drill them out. But he had this long 100-foot rope attached to it, and he would hook everything up and secure the cannonball or whatever into it, line it all up, and then he would go to the end of it and then just slowly bring it down as he's pulling the rope back, and just drill through it just in case the thing decided to go off. He was far enough away.
Yeah, he was he's way away from the shack, and I forget who it was yet.
God, or maybe it was so many years ago.
I don't know if it was Matt Howell that was telling the story about somebody he knew, but way far away from the shack, and pulling a rope to activate the drill.
Pulling a rope in case it went off.
Now,
I mean, hey, safety, man.
One of my friends does do it remotely. He's got, like you say, a shack out in the back. And he actually puts it underwater. So as he's drilling, the drill's going in underwater. So because then the air comes out of it, it can't hit the drill and ignite. Any gases come out. So it's got to go to the water. So that's the problem. If you drill into it like that, those gases come out with relic. If it had a drill in it, that if it's flammable gases which can come out of there, it could hit that electric motor, drill it, and go back in and blow up. But anyway, he does it underwater remotely, sets everything up, pushes the button, I guess, walks away, and it's going to do what it's going to do and be done. But underwater thing.
Wow. Yeah. Bill Hayes in the chat said Steve Phillips does that. I think he's referring to that 100%. Press.
Yep, that's Steve Phillips. Yep.
Yeah, Aggie Hall. That's Steve Phillips in Alabama. Maybe we're talking to Brandon or maybe down there. Yeah.
Yep, it's exactly who we were talking about. I know that my cousin's wife knows I metal detect. Kind of a distant relative, right? And she messaged me one day. She said, "Hey, do you know anything about these?" And it was a crusted cannonball. It was all corroded over, much like your black one there in the water, except it was white, more white. And she said, "My neighbor's son found this down by the creek, and said there's a bunch of them down there, and he thinks they're geodes." And I go, "Don't let him start whacking that with the hammer, whatever you're doing." And she said, I thought maybe it was that. And she sent me more pictures. And you could see the fuse. It was discolored through the corrosion. And I said, here's the local metal detecting club. You want to get a hold of them. You want to have them come out and take a look at it. Tell them to stay away from it, And I go, how many more? I said, I'm on the road. I'm just getting ready to leave.
You should have said, where's that at? Don't tell anybody else. Where was that? You saw these
right. That's the second thing that's out of your mouth. So where was that again?
She did message me back, said he found 18 more down there.
Good God.
Wow.
And that they were cannibals.
Nice stash.
Cannibals. But I haven't been out there yet. Missouri, I'm coming, but she'll show me where it's at. And maybe there's other relics around there, but shoot.
I was here. Aqua Chick was coming to the house. We'll go hunting the next day. He had been out that day and showed up at my house. He had 12 cannonballs in the back of his truck. He had dug that day.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. You ever seen videos of his place? Like he's just got.
I've been there. I've stayed in his house.
Yeah. A lot of stuff.
His basement's full. Yeah.
Full of stuff.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
I think he was probably the first YouTuber that I started watching. Like, there's a couple old timers that just encompass the entire treasure hunting that just sparked everything. And I think he was probably the first channel that I started watching.
He was one of the first on YouTube, Mildred.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. Yep. Like, he had that dialed in from the beginning, and everybody followed him. And he's still fantastic. Nothing's changed. He's just Chig, right? I mean, that's just who he is.
He's walking the walk.
He trained me a lot on water hunting, no question. He helped me a lot.
Really?
Start on water hunting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I used to love watching those videos. You getting out there with him, and And everyone else, he's gone out with a bunch of people and same thing. Real nice guy, really down to earth, nice guy. I know. I tell the story all the time. I asked him when I first started doing that weekly dirt show where I used to feature everyone and what they're finding. He was one of the first ones I reached out to, and I figured he would tell me, I didn't know him, so go pound sand some young stranger, reaching out to him. And he was like, no, absolutely, go ahead. He's like, I appreciate you asking my permission, and a lot of people don't, and they just use this stuff. So he was great, really great guy. I've never met him in person. I've never had the chance to go meet him in person. So hopefully one of these days I'll get that chance.
It's on the bucket list.
Definitely on the bucket. Well, somebody asked earlier, do you sell those fire ant art?
Oh yeah.
I do. I on Etsy, but they're all gone, and they usually don't last. They sell pretty good. I'll probably be doing another in a couple months. Within the next couple of months, it's about time for me to go do another run.
Yeah, that's great.
What was that?
I love the creativity of it. That's incredible.
Well, like you said, in that one, there was that one movie where the guy would go down on the beach and plant those lightning rods, and the lightning would come down and strike that rod and like melt the glass down.
Create glass.
Yeah. It's called fulgurite.
Fulgurite. Huh. I've never.
I found a lot of it on the beach. I got a whole box of that in the garage right now.
Do you really?
You go on the beach when it's really washed out really good, you'll find pieces of it. Where it kind of run through the thing and it breaks off and all. You find pieces of that fulgurite. So.
Huh? Wow.
Well, I'm sure glad to see fire ants contributing to something beautiful, because I'll tell you what, you can keep your fire ants.
Yeah.
I've only had one experience with them, and I don't care to have any more experiences with them. They can be
for sure.
We lived in Texas when my boys were just like 1 year old, and I'd take them out in this field in this apartment complex we lived in, and just let them run. They're just learning how to walk, so they're running around and everything. And one of them falls over and puts his hand down to catch him, right into a pile, right into the hill. He pulls his hand out and it's just like that quick. Covered, just the shriek coming from his. Oh yeah, that was not a good experience.
Oh my God, you ain't kidding.
What do you think's the oddest thing you found on the beach, metal detecting, that you can say on a family show?
Yes,
probably a hip joint.
Oh, there you go, Ken.
You found a hip joint? Come on, no, you didn't, did you?
I did. I found a hip joint on the beach, and I said, "This could be bad, because it could be somebody got killed and threw them off a ship. Somebody could have threw a body in the ocean." And I said, "Man, normally they got serial numbers on them." So a friend of mine's a policeman, so I said, should I turn this in and let them see if they can hunt down who it belongs to? Because could be something here that's a crime scene or something. So I posted on my on my channel, maybe one weekly update. So I said, I'm gonna have to call the police. I found this hip joint, everything. And my phone rings. Guy says, "Don't call the police." I said, "What?" "It's one of my friends." I said, "What? What do you mean?" He says, "It's my mother-in-law's." I said, "What?" He said, "What happened?" His wife had her mother cremated, and when she got the box of ashes, they actually put her hip joint in its titanium. I guess it doesn't melt, So they gave everything that was in the thing, So his wife said, "I don't want this thing. Get rid of it." So my friend took it. He's a metal detector. He went down to the beach and threw it in the water.
Oh man, you kidding me? What a story!
And I found it.
Oh my gosh!
He said, "I thought I threw it out far enough, nobody ever find it."
Oh my gosh, that's a great story. That is a great story. I was looking through your videos and I saw the gold grill. Gold grill. I thought you would say that, but you say everyone finds them, huh?
Oh, yeah. Everybody finds those. They lose those left and right.
We're not finding those in Colorado, I can tell you that.
No.
Something else you do find when they dump ashes, I guess, gold teeth.
Sure, yeah.
You get in and you find a filling or tooth or cap or whatever, it'll be gold,
Wow.
They're not in the mortuary like sifting the ashes and stuff like that before they put them in there. I know that's kind of sick. I probably shouldn't have said that.
They just and there's actually a tag in there. It says cremation so and so. It's got a number on it, and people don't realize it either. I think they just take the urns, pull the top off, and just dump it, in the water.
Sure.
And the tag comes out. We find those tags all the time, and
Absolutely.
they just dump everything that's in and out,
I went with some family members up to the mountains here in Colorado to spread some ashes. It was a friend of a family member. And so we needed to kind of go beyond the guardrail a little bit out onto this boulder to be able to actually dump it into the thing. And the only advice I got to everyone out there, and I was volunteered to do that, is check the wind. Just make sure you
I can see
check
that
the wind before you go and do that, which I didn't. And so you got to be just check the wind.
Covered probably, right?
Man, crazy. What I was watching your channel just to get caught up a little bit on some of the stuff you'd recently been doing. Steve, tell me what's bottle slumping. Like, I had never heard that before until I saw your channel. Can you explain to everyone listening and watching what bottle slumping is?
What it is, I got a glass kiln. It's about yay big. And what you do, matter of fact, I knew you were going to ask me about that. You had said something about it. So I brought a couple things in here so you can see. What you do is you take a mold like this right here, and you put it inside it, and the temperature gets up. You actually have to program it because it goes up a certain way and then comes back down. But it gets up around 1400 degrees. In a bottle like this right here, you would put it inside of it like this.
Bottle.
And what happens as it gets up to that temperature, the bottle doesn't turn into a liquid, but it's called slumping. It actually just melts down, and it will take the shape of whatever's in the bottom of it. And I got a bunch of different shapes in it. This particular one is a tree of life.
Oh my gosh.
And you can probably, I don't know if you can see that good enough.
Yeah.
It's tree of life inside of it there. And this is actually one my wife uses on her stove. Puts a spoon rest.
Yep. Yeah.
Like that. And if you see that,
gosh,
it fits right in there. See how that's how it melted down into it. See how it's melted into it. It's perfect fit in that.
And you have to have a special kiln.
I got a bunch of different molds.
Yeah.
Here's one. It's called deviled egg.
Look at that.
This is a Sky vodka bottle.
Sky vodka bottle. Yeah, I was going to say, look at that.
That's a big bottle, But
beautiful color.
Melt it down into the mold for those things there. So people like blue. People like the blue. I don't know what it is about blue, but people like the blue.
Yeah.
That'll hold 8 deviled eggs if you're serving them, But anyway.
That is incredible. So are those custom made molds, or you buy those on eBay?
I buy those. There's a bunch of them out there that
that's
you can buy different designs. I've been doing a lot of bee ones. I got one that's got bees in it. I've been doing the bees, so I'm gonna get into beekeeping. So I've been doing some bee ones lately.
Look at that.
Yeah, this
is such an incredible
from one of his videos.
Yeah.
Just some cool stuff. Looks like a Grey Goose bottle there.
I love that.
Yeah, some of them I got something that will join 2 bottles together, make like a serving tray. I got a bunch of them.
Where'd you come up with that gig? Like, where did you?
You know what? It kind of started off. I was digging at an old 1700 site and dug about 300 colonial wine bottles up, right? And they're pieces, we got a couple whole ones, but most of them pieces. I said, and me and my buddy that hunts with me, we said, we need to make something. It'd just be cool to make some jewelry out of 1700s glass,
Yes.
So we started researching to find how you can do it. He actually Googled it, and we saw you could do it in a microwave. So he tried that, the kiln in a microwave. Somehow it tries to melt it. I said, let me see if I can find a regular kiln to melt it. So that's when I ended up getting the kiln, and we tried to melt it. And that stuff would not slump, would not melt.
Those old bottles.
I don't know what they use, that black, they call it black glass, but the old onion bottles and other bottles. No, it just wouldn't melt. We could not get it to melt to make some. We bought all these things and would crush it in little pieces to see if we get it to melt together. Couldn't get it to do anything. So I had to kiln. So then I kind of went into this other phase with the kiln, making these out of that. The original idea didn't work, trying to make jewelry out of 1700s glass. That did not work, but we ended up using it to do that. So
that's
incredible. I think it's so unique, and what a way to kind of pass history along. So, with slick bottles and old bottles that people they're not very attractive, but I'm sure giving something like that to somebody, oh my, that's incredible. But then giving that to somebody who appreciates history and say, yeah, that's 1700s I dug at this bottle site, and you can, your wife's going to let you keep it on the stove. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that didn't work when I was trying to do that, but
yeah.
The regular bottle, you can use any wine bottles and liquor bottles and any kind of bottle. All the modern bottles will melt right in that kiln in a heartbeat. They don't have any problem. Melting any of those or slumping any of those.
And you said it's really important to bring it up to a certain temperature slowly, and then also let it come down.
Yeah, because if you raise it, just if you took a hot piece of glass, getting whooped, it'll break, right? Same difference, but you're slowly raising it up to keep the structure of the glass, and then bring it back down slow, so that the computer or the machine takes, you program it to what you want. And I looked online and got what other people use, and programmed it.
So cool.
So,
how often do you get out to go old bottle digging? I know there was a video you put out with our buddy Matt Howe, and he found his first onion bottle with you. I'll never forget the video, because
love that video.
He called me and was so excited, and I was just high-fiving him over the phone. And then when I saw the video, it was like, I never saw a guy get so excited. He was so excited.
I knew he was.
And you guys were too.
I knew he was wanting to dig that bottle. Me and Buddy were down about 6 foot in this pit, about 10 foot long, and we started getting all these pretty, started getting some bottles almost whole ones, And I called Matt up. I said, Matt, you got to get here, man, because I knew how much he wanted to dig one. And he said, no, I really got time today. I can't get out today. I said, Matt, you got to get here. You can't say no. I had to beat his head to get him to come out. And that's when he found his first one. Like you say, it meant the world. I'd rather see him digging than me digging myself. You know what I mean? When you have somebody that means that much to somebody,
Yeah.
That
it gets like that, right? You go out with these buddies, you go out with these friends of yours, and you get just as excited to see
I love
them find something amazing. And it's just as exciting.
I just soon put Matt on and me digging myself, because I knew how much it meant to him. Yeah. And he's been looking for that bottle like that. So that was a good day. That was a good day.
Great video.
Hey, I know we've moved on, but and since we've been talking silently, I've been over here trying to find that fire ant art explosion video of yours.
Oh.
And I just found it.
Did you?
All right.
And I kind of just off to the side, I played it, and it is shocking. You want me to play it?
Yeah, throw it up there. I don't care.
My gosh, Tony, watch this.
And there were comments, thank you, and luckily you're wearing PPE and all that kind of stuff, because.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on to your shorts.
See, I got leather gloves, leather apron.
Yeah.
You get your arms.
My friend Gene made sure he's my safety man. He put me up, because at first I wasn't wearing a lot of that. He forced me to say, you got to wear this, you got to take care of this, and I did, and I'm glad I did.
Well, that's good.
1300 degree aluminum. Here we go. Hold on to your shorts. Slow motion. Here it comes.
Oh,
that's liquid aluminum you see flying everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
You could actually see that liquid aluminum coming back up out of that hole,
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah. That is crazy.
Holy
cow. Put right much in it, before it explodes. It had a lot of liquid aluminum inside that hole. A lot.
Jeez.
Wow.
And that was an explosion. It wasn't just a little.
Yeah.
It was an explosion.
Oh man. Yeah. Who was the cameraman? Was it your buddy?
Yeah, the safety guy.
Yeah.
The
safety guy.
Gene's in the chat right now with us.
He was the cameraman. Oh,
he stays back a lot further now.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank goodness you both are okay, boy. That was shocking.
Oh my God.
Why they invented tripods.
Oh my God. It got.
Holy cow.
Little pieces got inside, from just corn everywhere, it was not good.
Wow, man.
Everything we do has got a little bit of danger to it, for sure. Stuff like that. That snooper diving can be dangerous. One of my friends, he lost his air hose with my snooper rig one time, and He about, of course, we're not real deep, but he was able to push off the bottom, get a breath of air, go back, walk a little, push off the bottom, get some air, walk a little bit to the shore, and that's pretty much how he made it back. I heard something, help me. One time I was in the boat and I looked right in, nobody was there. But he had gone back down then, the next time I seen him come up, by the time I got it, he was getting up to the point he could get into the water. But it wore him out. It was scary, for sure.
Yeah, I always say I would love to get scuba certified, but I just don't know how I'd feel under there. You know what I mean? Like, I think it is a different world, and I think I would enjoy that. I love snorkeling and diving down and all that, but I never scubaed. So, and I talked to Matt Howell, he's a good friend of mine, and that black water he dives in.
Oh, yeah.
You're not, that sounds really dangerous.
I would not do what he does. Matt scuba dove with me. I have a scuba rig on. He dove all over with me one day. We were digging bullets and buttons and all kind of stuff, Civil War stuff. He's been on my stuff before.
I did that, and I was certified back in high school. I wanted to do that, and it's a whole other world, man. It is so peaceful and adventurous at the same time, but you have to know your limits. You got to know there can be potentially problems, just like with anything else that you're doing. So, yeah.
Well, I spoke earlier about these Boulder Creek out here where all the college kids go.
Yeah.
And Jeff Lubert, our friend I was telling you about too, he went out there to find a ring, and the water was only a couple feet deep, but it was moving, it was rolling, and he got hung up under there. He got hung up as he was down underneath it, and the detector got caught up and kind of was pinning him a little bit with the pressure of that water. And the guy he was there searching for had to come pull him out, saw him struggling with that. And it really scared him. It really shocked him. It just came out of nowhere. And it doesn't take very much water. You just gotta.
No, I stay about 10 feet. I'm okay with 10 feet because I push off. I got my weight belt, and I know, and I had to do this before my machine went out. I just popped my weight belt off, floated to the surface, swam over. I'm good to go. I'm within a few feet of the surface. I'm okay doing that. But at the time, you get nervous. Like Buddy got nervous and didn't break his weight belt off. If you take your weight belt off, you're gonna come up and just swim over you good. But he got, people get, that's when it gets dangerous when you don't relax, know what to do. You get, oh my God, and then forget it. Take your weight, take what's going on. That's when it gets dangerous, when you get scared. You're gonna get scared.
I like you kind of knowing the restrictions and staying within a comfortable zone. Like you said, 10 feet. You kind of know something goes wrong, you're still within that limit. You can, figure things out. And I think when people start to push the limits of things, and they get outside that safety zone area, and they can really cause some issues.
We had, I used it at a beach. It was an old swimming beach, and it was about 10 feet, that area, but we found so many gold rings and coins. We must have found 150 silver quarters, and 50 cents and dollars. And the whole bottom was full of all kind of stuff. It was amazing, that place was.
Wow.
Well, that snuba rig is what did it for us. Otherwise nobody could get to it. It was just off the. People had found some, this deep toward the shore at this beach, but once you got in there, man, it was old diving platform out in the river with people losing stuff, and it was nice. It was a good time.
Now, is that a hookah rig? Is it similar to a hookah rig? Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a gas. That was a gas one I used back then. I do have an electric one now.
Very
I
cool.
still got both of them, but I didn't know how to use it this past year. But I need to get back and just like I say, just over your head. Places where everybody else is not going. That's where you want to go.
Right.
So
you're right at that limit. Yeah. Tony, I wanted to ask Steve about something, but I think I'm going to let you take this one. I wasn't familiar with these videos from him, so I had to go watch them. It's pretty cool. Do you know which ones I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah. This is something like, my wife says, if I ever get to, I've been to the ocean one time, but if I ever get there, I love seafood. I love harvesting my own foods and those kind of different things. And watching you do this video right here, this is something that I want to do so bad. Now this is
it's called crab trot lining.
Crab, and you're just going through them past them there and
putting them in the bucket.
Putting them in the bucket. It's a 300-foot line. It's got 50 crab baits on it. and you got the little rig on the side of the boat that it runs over, and as they come up, you just dip them off the bait as it comes. It's amazing they hold on to that bait coming up.
Yeah,
like
they're just hanging on with their claws.
Yeah. They're not letting go. They're like, come on, this is food.
Right.
No. Oh man.
Oh, missed one there.
I was trying to drive the boat into it. My cameraman was normally the boat driver.
This looks like a lot of work, Stephen.
It's a lot of multitasking.
We'll catch a couple bushels of crabs, come home, cook them up, pick out 4 pounds of meat, make all kind of good stuff with it. Devil crab.
Are those blue crab? Blue crab? Are those blue crab?
Yeah, blue crab. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yep, my freezer's full of crab meat.
That's incredible. Amazing.
We do shrimp too, and we've got shrimp in our area too. We've been doing pretty good on shrimp in our area, which people don't realize. I mean,
I watch a lot of videos with that too.
So we're getting that tweaked down too.
That's a great time. Look at that whole bucket full of blue crab.
I'd never heard of trot line crabbing before.
Yes,
they do a lot up in Maryland. They got like I think 1,500 feet line. They got real long lines. Now mine, Virginia, you're limited to 300 feet. But up there, they're not. They got real long lines. Here we can actually keep different crabs than they can up in Maryland. They're real restricted up in Maryland what they can keep and everything. Here we don't have as much restrictions that they have. But it's good. It works. We catch all the crabs we want.
I know Kurt from the Hoover Boys. He does out with pots. He goes out. He just bought a property on some water, and he does that. And I don't know what it is. I just love being able to catch, set your pot, come back the next day, and who knows what you're gonna get. It's like treasure hunting and in metal. It's like you just never know what you're gonna find. You come back and talk about fresh, and you're putting in the work and the time, and then you're rewarded with an incredible meal for your family. You're providing for your family and things like that. And it's that whole thing just draws me in.
It's nice because we'll say, what are we going to have for dinner tonight? Let's eat a devil crab tonight.
Crab.
Let's have some shrimp tonight.
Love that.
Help, when you're looking something to eat and you got that something is good. Is
right. Oh yeah, yeah.
Right there. So
that video didn't do so bad for you either. That was a pretty popular video. That video was pretty popular.
Yeah.
It got a lot of views on that one. So obviously a lot of people are interested in that.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
We kill ourselves out here, right? Making all these videos of all this action and us going and all this adventure. And then a video with you just scooping crab out of the water in a repetitive motion gets the millions of views,
Yeah, it is crazy.
It's crazy. Just don't know it.
I got one where I just show these little round discs that show up on the beach. There's some kind of living creature, not a jellyfish. I forget what they call it.
Oh, yeah. Sand dollars.
No, it's a moon jelly. It's perfectly clear, like big around. And that video just showing it and holding it up got 3 million views. So like I said, you never know what people want to see. And you think about, you got to think outside the box. Cause some things that we're used to seeing here, like on the water, we see same thing all the time. But people all across the whole country has never seen it. So you got to kind of show people, some things that some people might be used to, but you kind of look outside the box what other people haven't ever seen before. You're trying to provide them some entertainment, education, so you got to really think about that when you're making videos sometime, I think, show things that people won't normally see.
Right.
Yeah. Incredible.
Let's
talk about some old relics now. Okay. Old relics.
Have you been to England? Steve,
I have not.
You haven't?
Really?
So is that a place you'd like to go at some point?
Maybe, yeah. I had to get permission from the boss, though.
Understood. That's normal.
Give me the boss's number. I'll
okay, you had to give her a call.
I'll give her a call. We'll take you on our next trip over there. That'd be great.
Yeah, I had actually, you talking about old coins, so I had Brad Johns sell a bunch of coins for me recently. A lot of 1,600 coins and all, I have found in the past and all. He did a good job. He's from the Hoover Boys, and he's got that show on Whatnot. If anybody's never seen it, or check him out.
Was it 342? Is it 342? 342?
Yeah.
342
something.
Brad Johns, I think 342 on Whatnot, and he's got a great show. He sells all kind of cool stuff. He sold all my coins and a bunch of reals and all kinds of stuff he sold for me, And he did a good job. He does a real good job. Real good to work with. And also, if you got something interesting you want to sell, you ought to give him a call.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He does really well on a show for sure. Well, let's talk about old gold that you found. I'm really interested in 2 rings. You sent over some pictures, and I want to hear some stories about it. This was the first one that really caught my attention, just because it's. I'm interested what the inside of what you were able to find out what it says actually.
Oh, look at that! Oh man, that just gave me goosebumps.
So there's there's an inscription on the inside.
Yeah.
Were you able to figure out exactly what that says?
Yeah, you can read it. I think I got it set up where you can actually read it on the pictures. I can't think off the top of my head.
Is it M-Y
Mini? Mine?
Y-N-E?
Mine forever thine.
Oh, mine,
forever.
Yeah, it's spelled English Y, mine, M-Y-N-E, I think, or something like that. Forever thine, T-H-Y-N-E or something. It's Old English or whatever it is, because it's that was from back in the 1600s. It's called a posy ring. They were knowing posy ring, lover or whatever, and they put special inscription on me. I think you got a picture of it, don't you? Up there.
Of the ring?
Of the ring?
Yeah.
We've got the ring up right now. We got the ring with the not the Matrix ring, but that's just the band, right?
I don't see that. It's not showing up on my
side. It's not showing up on your screen? Oh, okay. We've got it up. Now, what kind of site did you find this at? Like, was it a 1600 site? Or?
It was a 1600 site that I had found like 6 spectacle buckles, all kind of old 1600 stuff, in there and all. And I was just going around, got that little hit. I said, "Oh my God, I think this is gold."
Yeah.
And so it was pretty cool. That's a good little final.
And that's got to be
tested for the quality.
It's got to be 22 plus, yeah.
I had it straightened out. I had my jeweler straighten it out. It was kind of bent up when I got it, but
beautiful.
Did he test it for purity?
He did not, but the person actually I sold it to did, and it was like 22 karat.
Yeah. I'm guessing you did not find the owner for that one.
No, did not find it.
I'm sure you tried.
Lord Muckety Muck of the
mine forever thine. You talking about posy rings? I took my friend that owns the ring finder site. He came down and we hunted together, and he actually found a posy ring on one of the properties not too far from where I live here. A 1600s posy ring.
Okay.
Wow.
And that one had a different inscription in it. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but those posy rings are pretty rare to find, and they're pretty cool. Any 1600s gold ring is cool.
Well, yeah,
sure. And the other ones even just super cool too. That Matrix ring. Tony, you want to bring that up?
Yep.
Can you see that one, Stephen? Are you able to see that one?
I'm not seeing anything on the screen.
Oh,
he's got a chicken on it.
It's got a chicken. Looks like the funky chicken.
I got it right here, though.
There it is.
It's one like that one right there. This is one I found.
Yep,
it looks real similar to that one.
Yeah.
And that was right. It's almost exact same, and it dates back to 1640 to 1650, I think they say.
And what do you know about it? What were you able to learn about this?
I think it belongs to a family called the Throckmorton family. I kind of did a little research on it, and it's like I say, it's a early 1600s ring. Matter of fact, here it is. I knew you were going to talk about that, so here it actually is. I'm gonna see if you can see it right there.
Oh, got it. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
I still got that one.
Okay.
Yes.
And so they would wear that ring, and whenever they needed to seal a letter or something, right?
They just take that and put it in the hot wax on the edge of the letter to seal the letter.
Yeah, and that was their family seal, like their family seal, crest.
Yep.
The Throckmortons. Yeah, right there. Look
wow.
At that. Perfect.
It's pretty incredible. Pretty cool little ring there. I took it to my where I sell my gold at, and he did it, and it's like 22 karat. He's got a machine.
It's beautiful.
That tests the gold purity. It's almost pure gold.
Oh, it's got some markings.
It's got markings
on the inside. Did that help identify it?
It does. I think I found one of them came from France. It's like a chicken. Can you put that up?
Yeah, we do have it up. I don't know why you can't see it. Yeah, we do have it up. A chicken and a
some kind of like a person or something. It's weird. Some weird markings. I think I found one of them from France, but when trying to find jewelry markings from the 1600s, it gets tough. And I try to do a little research on it, but it's hard to find from back then. Maybe somebody here's watching can help find it. I don't know if you got it up there.
Yep. Give us some.
Those of you researchers out there, check that out. Go find it, especially if you're watching the replay. Freeze this one, take a screenshot of it, and go find this ring. Find out what the maker's mark. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. I'd love to see that.
Well, I'm going to share another ring, actually multiple rings you sent me, in the form of three ringers. So I don't know if you can see this, but are you able to see this one?
Yeah, I see that one. That one showed up.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's a Confederate pouch I found. Had 24 Gardner bullets in it. And it was up on I was on the kayak up on a Rappahannock, and got a signal, started digging bullets out. It was kind of in the side of a clay hill. It's kind of like a clay. And then I looked down, I could see that black on the bottom down there. So I started kind of filtering through there and picking everything out, and found the whole pouch. But now I guess the thread had deteriorated. They held it together.
Sure.
But all the pieces were there.
But the leather was good.
And it's in really good. You could actually, when it dried, you could actually smell the leather smell on it. I mean, it was sealed in that clay with no air to it for 150 years or whatever. And
what area did you say it was in?
Rappahannock.
Now, where's the plate? The plate's got to be around there somewhere.
You would think so, but it did not have a plate. Maybe some of them didn't have plates on the outside. I don't know. Maybe it was there, and I just didn't find that. That was gone or whatever. But I found all the bullets and everything. But
that's so cool.
That was
cool. Now, what did you do with this? Did you end up trying to preserve this at all, or
I did preserve it? I got a process from a London museum told how to preserve leather, and I bought a bunch of stuff, mixed it together, put that on it to preserve it and everything. Ended up selling it at one of the shows, or one of the Civil War shows. Museum bought it. So, but I did mix up a special batch to preserve it.
Beautiful.
Our guest last week, Brandon Sutton, a number of years ago, found something similar. He found a bunch of leather accoutrements and box plates and a bunch of a bayonet and just a bunch of plates, all buried in the mud. I think he was in Georgia.
And, that's why I was asking the location, because I know that mud, it doesn't allow the oxygen down there. It preserves it a lot better if it's down in that mud like that, or in the clay.
Something you just don't expect.
It's clay. It's like
the clay.
Part of it was buried in the clay. I had to dig it out.
Jeez, it's amazing.
Congrats on that. That is
what a find. Just don't expect to find something like
that. Yeah, that was pretty good. And actually, I found a couple, regular eagle buttons near it and everything. I'm thinking somebody doing, there's a place that was a crossing where they had some explosions and fighting, and probably a damn cannonball went off, blew him up, got buried into the clay or whatever, and everything just his buttons and everything were there,
Well, sometimes we'll just never know the story
around there, though.
Say again.
You didn't find like a hip bone socket or anything around there.
No hip bone socket.
He probably wasn't blown up then. Actually, I think didn't Brandon Sutton say that he thought that it was a deserter, and they took off the stuff and just threw it in. Yeah, dropped all the gear and threw it away.
Did that,
yeah, sure.
They did that.
We just never know. And again, why this hobby is so incredible, because you just don't know why. You don't have that story, but we can always make it up.
Fun to imagine.
I love it. Love it.
Well, they dump some in bullets. And bullets are heavy. I mean, could you imagine carrying like 100 of those bullets? Oh my God. I'd be dumping them not to have to carry them. Them things are heavy.
That's why you find so many drops, because they just would reach in and just
it would
breadcrumbs and right down the trail.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. Crazy. So hey, if where haven't you detected yet that you would like to detect? You've been detecting for a while, so is there another beach you'd like to detect that you haven't been able to hit yet? Is there maybe
I'd take it in Miami Beach, maybe down there. That place gets packed down there, man.
Yeah.
Somewhere that stays warm all year long, and people depositors are there year round. You don't have to worry about here. You got certain season, they drop, and then you got nothing for 6 months pretty much, but if you get to a beach like in Florida where it's year round. I've been down to Vero Beach a couple times. I'd love to find one of those old shipwreck, something off that shipwreck down there.
Yeah,
1750
absolutely.
Shipwreck.
Get out there with Treasure Nick. Treasure Nick's out there at Vero Beach. You get together with him. He'll take you out for sure. Treasure Nick. What about digging in Virginia? Have you been to a number of those events?
I've been to one. I've only been to one. And they're good. That guy does a great job on them and all. Yeah. Matter of fact, my friend's going to dig stock tomorrow to get one of the guys.
Going on in North Carolina.
He's going
Some people in the chat are checking in as they're getting down there and getting down for the night. But going on this weekend.
Yeah.
Tim's going down there. We got a buddy, our digging buddy from here in Colorado, left us, moved on, moved to North Carolina.
North Carolina.
And he's doing his first event ever, and it's dig stock. He's doing this weekend.
And y'all have any gold out there where you're at now? Were you paying for it all?
We do, yeah. It's not like it's not Australia gold. It's usually really, really fine.
Right.
Fine.
You can find some nuggets up at the tailing piles, up at the gold dump areas, things they missed.
Have y'all done that? Going up there, metal detector in the piles and all?
Yeah, kind of. We were up there this year. Actually, we have an invitation from somebody, and I've got the Deus 2, and I've got that new HF2 coil, so I'm going to try to swing that up there. But he's done it a number of times. This guy that's in our club that's invited us up. And he's got a number of areas he's going to take us to. He's got a big magnet wheel that he wheels through there first to try to get a bunch of iron out as much as possible.
Oh, okay.
And then we come through and swing it. And he's found enough nuggets to kind of make jewelry for him and his wife.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
He's done well enough. Yeah.
Tony and I, when we first met each other, we got our kids out. We got out in the rivers and the creeks, the gold bearing creeks and rivers. And we panned for gold and sluiced for gold. No high banking or anything like that. And we found every time we went out, we found gold. It just was small gold.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like that for sure.
But it's exciting. You get some.
It's fun. You never know. You just never know.
Have you done a lot, Stephen?
Yeah, I used to do a lot more. I'm getting ready. Hopefully, the next month I'll be going out to. We found a lot of gold around here, and I found a lot of nuggets around here, and metal detecting nuggets. So I like doing that, and I like panning. And there's one guy.
It's fun.
That I've been talking to, he does it a lot up here in Virginia, fishing gold, and we talked. We're going to get out with him, but I belong to the Central Virginia Gold Prospectors here in Virginia, so I go up there, and we got I think 7 claims that we can go to.
There you go.
One main claim I go. I've been in a couple of the gold mines and all, and like I said, I take my detector. I've detected a few nuggets, 6-gram nugget, which ain't huge, but it's still nice.
Still nice. Yeah, it's a picker. That's still nice for sure.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, we don't get too many of those around here. I know I was really into it when I first moved here in 2000 from California. I was really into it, and I was going to get my own claim, and I was doing all the research on that.
Right.
And then had one of my kids really into it. The other wasn't. And then I discovered metal detecting. And it kind of pulled me away. I was like, you can find a lot more interesting stuff without the full day of back-breaking work.
Right.
Because it is rough work to do gold prospecting for sure. Really physical work.
Now, what do y'all detect out there in Colorado? I mean, you don't have the real 1600s, like the beginning of the United States out there. What do you kind of detect around there? Like old ghost towns and...
Tony and I are really into military, so we're trying to find the early military that was here, 1850s, because 1849, the gold rush hit in California, so everyone started pushing west, and wasn't even a state until 1870s sometime, right? So we try to find as early as we can, but you're right, nothing prior to sort of 1850 very often. I think I found an 1844 seated half-dime was my earliest find in this area.
Nice.
But we are able to locate camps, cavalry camps, and places they stayed, old stage stations.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Those are
that's what we
look for. I mean, millions of them going out toward California, so they were going right through there, right?
Right through here.
And so they all travel generally through the same area because they're all heading, east to west. So you're going to look for that funnel where everybody was. Well, the stagecoach stops or the house stops and things like that, along the trails is really, and then from there, as you get into the, say, 70s ish, it starts to branch off of those trails a little bit, start getting more homesteading. 1876 is when we became a state. So you do a lot more homesteading in those time. And 1880s is really when people settled here a lot. But prior to, we get a lot of Indian War type things. We will find pre-Civil War stuff because as people are trying to move out west,
right?
You've got the cavalry out here to protecting, the evil white man coming through here, and there was a lot of battles, not necessarily documented battles, but confrontations between natives and whites and white men, and yeah,
we've been brought in by archaeologists locally here to kind of help come document that by finding the projectiles and which way the battle went, how far into the hills the battle went. And so we've been lucky enough to be involved in a bunch of that. But anything in the 1800s here, that's our goal. Get into the 1800s. I don't care if it's 1899. If I can get into the 1800s,
I got you. How about meteorites? Is there any meteorites out that way?
I'm not a big. I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of. Utah, Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
Yes, out in the Salt
Utah, Nevada,
100%.
For sure.
I just don't hear about it too much here. Native American, a lot of Native American artifacts and relics here, arrowheads and knives and this and that. Every place we detect, our eyes are always going in the opposite direction because
and that's 1,000 years old right there.
Easy. So that definitely is older. Petrified wood, that's millions of
tons of that. We have a lot of that.
We get a lot of petrified wood. Yeah.
Yes.
You ever found any of it?
Oh yeah.
Lots.
Really? Oh, it's over on my shelf, on my cabinet.
The place,
lots.
The place that I work is actually a homestead that we metal detect, and that got me my job over there. And I'm out there all the time, 50 acres, raising chickens and things like that. I'm out on the 50 acres as much as I can, and there's petrified wood everywhere. I'm always picking it up. It is amazing.
Beautiful. I love it. Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Have you ever cut any slices or done anything with
it?
I have. No. But we knocked on a door for permission one time, and this lady had logs and logs of it that she had pulled off her property to her home site to set up a little garden area. You remember that lady, Tony?
Yes, I do.
I do. 18 inches in diameter, massive pieces that they had to move with an end loader and a dump loader and move them for her. And I just was amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing. Thinking how old those
stuff,
are.
Man.
Yeah. Me too. Just thinking how old it was and all it's been through.
Oh my God.
And that you were there to find that piece. And
right. Yeah.
Well, that's some cool stuff you got out there to hunt down. I like that.
You do
it's a little bit different.
You do what you got. Yeah. I mean, that's what we have here. So that's what we go over.
Right.
Yeah. And I think
it is an important part of history in establishing the country. And we're, like I said, that funnel that came through and branched off, and you've got the passes that went through the mountains because, they figured out, hey, we go this way, we're going to, die because of the winters. And so, that you just follow the trails, it documented as much as you can with trails. And from there where they stopped and camped. And I think, Ken, what is it 10 miles?
20 miles. You could only do 20 in a day.
Stop. And
so Sherlock Holmes did a lot of research. Yeah. Like you're trying to figure out okay, if they left this stage station and they were trying to make it at least to the next stage station at the 20-mile mark, is there any springs around there? Around the trail or a nice shaded area that they may stop. Well, we want to go investigate those areas, and we've been lucky a couple of times. But it's fun because it's like you research Sherlock Holmes. You're like following the clues, just like looking for gold in those creeks, right, Steve?
Yes.
And when you find it, you feel very accomplished. Like, oh my gosh,
But you have found airheads and all out there.
Oh yeah, sure have.
What's the nicest airheads you found? You got some whole shelf of them probably, right?
I do not, because I don't specifically go after them.
Yeah.
I've got some unique pieces that came out of nowhere. Because like I said, we're always looking for them because we're there metal detecting. So when we find them, it's a shock, but an added surprise, like the cherry on top. But I've never gone out specifically sifting and looking for them. I know a lot of people do. But I found some interesting things that kind of had to be turned into the archaeological department because they didn't know how it got there and a lot of stuff like that.
Right.
Just always exciting. So no shelf fulls For us, probably no. Yeah.
But you do
Our
have
friend Beth, she
petrified
found a
wood
whole
on your
bunch.
shelf, though.
We do have petrified wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found a really
They
cool
get some
scraper.
really pretty colors in some of that petrified wood and all.
And shape.
The coloring is incredible.
Yeah, and you slice. If you could slice that, man, and I
That'd
like
be,
that.
yeah, polish it up real nice because it's beautiful stuff for sure.
Yeah, this got me thinking now. I have to go pull all that out.
I know.
Well,
never
Steve,
been asked that question.
Yeah,
that's great.
You've been a great guest, man. We're at the end of the show, but I just want to thank you so much for coming on and sharing your adventures with us. Like, you've been into so many things.
I love y'all's energy and no drama show and good topics. So I appreciate you asking me to come on.
Thank you, man. We appreciate that for sure. Hang out down below. We'll give you your last word and then we'll put you down below. We'll come say goodbye off the air if we're okay with that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good.
Last words and we'll put you down. Okay, cool. Yeah, that was a lot. Steve's into
it was running. Man. We were running.
And there's much more.
Gas for the hour and a half.
There's much more. I guarantee there's much
I know. We talk about our doc and files and things like that. And yeah, we touched on it, that's for sure.
Yeah. I think we did a pretty good job getting most of it. I think we had we had set some things up and I think we got to a lot of it. We'll have to have him back on again.
Lots of positive
great man.
comments in the chat.
Yeah.
All about Gig and everything he's involved with. And yeah, love it. Absolutely love it.
I want to say hi to Matt Howell, who joined us here late. Good to see you, Matt. Thanks for the comments, for coming in. Get a hold of me, man. We need to chat. We need to catch up. It's been a while, but yeah, everyone, thanks for joining us tonight, hanging out with us. We had a good time with Steve, and go check out his YouTube channel, right? Gigmaster. You can find him anywhere on any social media. Really, I was looking at his TikTok page earlier.
Yeah,
he's on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. He's been doing it for a long time. He shares a lot of excitement. I didn't even get the chance to ask him about Daisy. We're going to do that off the air. I want to see how it's been a couple years since I think he's mentioned Daisy the duck. Yep. Did you ever watch that saga?
Yeah, absolutely. Every single year they come back, right?
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But well, cool, man. Let's get on with our night. Appreciate you doing this with me week in and week out. What do you got going on?
Yep. If you guys want to find out what I'm up to, come over to 5280-5280 Adventures, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, what else? TikTok. I do want to mention real quick. I wanted to mention at the beginning, but those that are listening still, we do have a couple people. I'm going to have a pretty big announcement on Facebook coming out here pretty soon about some stuff I've been working on. So if you guys are not following me over on Facebook, please head over there. Pretty fun, pretty interesting stuff I've been working hard on, and I'm just getting to the point where I finally can let the cat out of the bag on it. So
he's being very modest, but I'll tell you right now, just wait until you guys put your eyes on it.
Well, thank you.
Just wait. It's gonna blow up because it's so creative, bud. It's so creative.
I apprieat that.
We'll enjoy it with our hobby for sure.
Join me over there, and you guys will get to see it first before it gets out on YouTube. So 5280 Adventures. I'll see you this weekend, actually, Ken.
Yeah, we'll see each other this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, man. We're gonna spend all weekend together. Hey everyone, join us next Wednesday. We got Metal Bree Tectorus. That's right, Bree's going to join us next Wednesday as our guest. Tons of questions for her and her involvement here in our hobby, and her journey along this in this community has been amazing to kind of sit back and watch. Tons of questions for her, so come along and join us. Bring your questions, and I'm sure we would all appreciate your support. There she is, just popped in the chat. See you all next Wednesday, guys. Go out, find some great stuff, have fun. Tell those stories, return those items. You just heard Steve talk about it. It's just some of the best part of our hobby is when you're able to return something that somebody has lost. But go find the old stuff, go find the good stuff. Make sure you tell me about it, and I'll see you next Wednesday.
Thank you so much for listening to Relics Radio. We will see you back here next week for another exciting guest. Until then, get out and dig it all.